Rebel Stitcher and her handsome sidekick, Albus. Everybody seemed to get a kick out of him falling asleep on me last episode. That happens a lot around here. The only thing I can say is when you're this handsome as this boy, you need a lot of beauty rest. So, you know, you gotta get the beauty rest to stay this good looking. I want to thank everybody. Oh, I'm not sure if I said this is episode number 65. I wanted to thank everybody for tuning in, subscribing, likes, all that good stuff. If you haven't yet, hit subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it if you did. Everyone seemed to really like the Halloween decor Stitchy tour that I put in the last episode. I'm so glad. I had fun putting that little video together, and I love Halloween stitching, so I was glad to share it and that you guys enjoyed it. I was going to save this announcement to the end of the video, but I just can't contain myself. My website is live. You might have seen that on Instagram or Facebook, but rebelstitcher.com is a real thing now. I cannot thank my friend Megan enough. She came, her and her boys came and spent part of the weekend with us, and we put our heads together and kind of hid away in the office, and we got it actually working. Megan is definitely the one that understands all the mechanical stuff. So I can't thank her enough. She's amazing, and she's a great friend, and she's super talented. And yay, I have a website. If you guys are so inclined to shop on it, I have a coupon code that'll save you 20% off your order. The coupon code is ALBUS, A-L-B-U-S. So I just want to do that as a thank you for everybody for all your support of my little business, my little nook in the cross stitch world, and I just wanted to thank everybody and give you coupon. A lot of people already have placed orders, and I greatly appreciate that. So for all the orders, the second batch that came in later in the day yesterday will go out in the mail today. So thank you. And yay, that means though, if you're used to buying off of Instagram or Facebook pages, I will not be selling off of there anymore. Everything is going to be on the website, so make sure you pop over there periodically. I've got a little bit of haul. I have Amazing Stitchy Kindness. I've got some whips, a new start, and some other fun stuff for this episode. So let's get into the stitching and less rambling. Okay, so I actually organized something, which is, if you know me, is absolutely shocking because I have zero organization skills. But I kind of was shamed into it because everybody, there's a group of us who are starting a sale, and we're all picking our fabric for it, and everybody had the most gorgeous, they could just flip right through and pick out their fabric, and mine was just plopped in a big basket. So I decided to go through it and organize. And once I did, I saw the obscene amount of fabric I have, and yeah, there's a problem. So this is just one bin. This is based on Erin's from Steel City Stitchers organization technique that she showed, where you just wrap it around a board and write like the count on it. I don't have it completely organized by color palette, just roughly, but this is one basket. The next one's a little more crammed. Let me take the lid off. You know what, I'm gonna put you down for a sec. I'm sorry. And here is the other basket. So So I got purples, I got blues, I got greens, I got neutrals. I figured out I have like 6 pieces of Murky by Picture This Plus, all wrapped around here, because Brenda and Laura have their rule, you know, their laws about, you know, buy all the blackbirds and all of this. My rule is if you see Murky, you buy Murky. Picture This Plus has been such a mess with their lead times for getting fabric. You know, you order something, if the place doesn't have it in stock, it's like 6 months. It's ridiculous. So if you find a piece of Murky, you buy a piece of Murky. So this is all my fabric, which means once I saw, and this isn't even the smaller pieces, I have a whole nother basket of smaller pieces that I could use that are more like ornament size. So since I saw how much fabric I have, I had to like cut back on some of my Fabric of the Month clubs. Adulting really sucks because I didn't want to, but it's just too much. So I mean, if you can have too much, I don't know. But anyway, I organized my fabric since the last time I saw you. So I feel so adult. Let's see. I guess I should get into haul. First, in the Stitchy Kindness, I got a thank you card. This is from a giveaway winner, Amy. She had won one of the pieces of 14 count Ada that I was giving away, since I don't really like to stitch on that anymore. And thank you, Amy. Super sweet, fun card, and I appreciate it. This was a piece of haul I bought myself. Look at these socks. They're called Sasquatch Campout. I mean, honestly, isn't every night a camp out for Sasquatches? But look at this. This guy's playing the banjo, and this guy's roasting marshmallows. I mean, I could not resist. If you are looking for these, I got it off of Amazon because I know there's a lot of Bigfoot aficionados who watch this channel. Socket to Me is the name of the manufacturer. Super cute. I just couldn't resist. Speaking of having too much fabric, my Stitch Me Fabric of the Month came. This is a really nice kind of brownish gray. It's After the Harvest. This is 16 count Ada. It's a little browner than what it's showing up here, but just absolutely gorgeous fabric. I'll have to put that in my organization bin. And then I got the Stitchy Kindness of all Stitchy Kindnesses. It was a big bubble envelope from Canada. And it was from my friend, my girl, Genevieve. I've mentioned before, Genevieve, Jasmine Ravenclaw. You want to come back up? Okay, somebody's having a fit. Hold on, come here. I know. Mommy just needed to use both hands. Jasmine Ravenclaw, the bag making, you know, amazingly talented wizard of bags. Genevieve and Susie, FlossTube Susie. The three of us have like a little three-way group chat, and we talk all the time. We're all three of us Ravenclaws from Harry Potter, so you know, just that alone, you know, we're awesome. So anyway, there was this project bag in there that Jen made. Now I had look at this. Is this gorgeous or what? When Jen was saying, should she make this trim orange or this like mustard yellow, I said go with orange, and Susie said go with yellow, and she says, okay, I'll make some of each and we'll see which sells faster. So the mustard yellow one went up first, and I think it sold in like 25 seconds or some crazy thing, you know, and I said, I guarantee you that this one will sell faster. because I bought it. It's just gorgeous. Look at the fabric inside. I mean, that's just what sold me. Look at that. Look at that. And so the neat little feature of Jen's bags is she has this little zipper with this little half pocket for like notions or thread or anything. So as if this wasn't enough, there was also a second bag in my little package. Now, so supposedly I'm not a fabric person, I'm not a quilter, I'm not a sewer, but the person that, or company or whatever that makes this, I'll sound very ignorant, but just give me some grace here, is Tula Pink, and apparently they make crazy fabric. We decided that this Queen of Hearts looks like a drag queen for Queen of Hearts, and that's kind of why I loved it. I don't really know if that's what the intention is, but she looks kind of handsome. So inside this was a million awesome goodies. Oh, and look at this. Rainbow, these are like the symbols from the deck of cards, like clubs and spades and hearts and all that. And Susie and Genevieve put their heads together and schemed on this bag. So inside it was a bunch of super amazing things. Jen's mom makes these little like washcloth things. She crochets them or knits them. I don't know the difference. So she sent me a package of those, and look at this. It's got super fancy French label on it, which I just love because I'm easily impressed by things. And Genevieve is French Canadian, so that would make sense that her mom's label was in French. But these are so sweet, and thank you, I appreciate it. And Genevieve's mom seems like a sweetheart. And then we are doing a round robin, the three of us, of the Kathy Barrick's, not Kathy Barrick, Beth Twist. Where's the chart? I'm sorry, look at the top of my head for a minute, or an empty chair. Where is it? Un momento, por favor. Here's, nope, that's not the chart. Here it is. Next Door by Heartstring Samplery, Beth Twist. We're doing this as a round robin. You know, it says, I wish you lived next door. My printout's in black and white because I'm a cheap biatch. So anyway, we each supplied a piece of it. So I gave all three of us the fabric to stitch on for it. Susie bought the charts for all three of us, and Jen bought the floss for the three of us. So I had sent Jen the 2 pieces of the fabric, and so she started on that. So let me show you what she did. She sent back 2 of the pieces that she stitched. This one says, I wish you. And we're all going to stitch different parts, and then once each one of us has stitched some on each piece, and then ship it to the next person, and then we'll each end up with one finished piece that all three of us have stitched on, if that makes sense. And so here's the other one Jen stitched on, and I'm having them, I can't stitch on linen. I know everybody says, oh, you sure you can, no problem. I can't, and nor do I want to. I am happily an Aida stitcher. But so I'm making them slum it on 18 count Aida. This is Picture This Plus. The bloom is the fabric that we're using. So Jen sent those so I can start working on it. But then the goodies just don't end there. She sent this needle minder. Can you see that? It says, she's our friend and she's crazy, which is very applicable for the three of us because we are a little crazy and we all are good friends. but it's also a quote from Stranger Things. That's why it's a waffle there. Dustin says that about 11. So that's like our official needle minder. Then I told you the goodies just don't stop coming. She sent this. Can you see this? It's a pug and it has googly eyes. Do you see them? Because Boris's eyes like go like in all different directions. They're big and buggy and they look like he has googly eyes. So this was just so funny. I showed it to Etta this morning and she was like, oh, I flippin', and she said flippin', I flippin' love it. Can I have it? But she's like a notorious loser of things. So I told her if she had a piece, something metal in her room that the magnet would stick to, I'd give it to her. So she's looking for something to keep it safe. And then, so I told you that Jen got the floss for all of us for this project. So we all contributed something. So she sent the floss on this ring, but she didn't just send the floss on a ring. She freaking stitched this for me. The Bigfoot. This is from that, was it Quirky Quakers or something like that? I have the chart, but I haven't stitched it yet. And then she stitched it on, sewed this little soft little piece of fleece on the back. And she even like has this little metal rivet in here so it slides and doesn't affect the fabric. And she stitched this for me. And so this is my fancy lady floss ring thing, which I'll probably screw up and have it look like a wild rat's nest and as soon as I start stitching on it. But Genevieve, thank you so much. I felt like a kid at Christmas when I opened this up. I truly don't know what I did to deserve such amazing friends. I have met the most awesome people through stitching and have created such great friendships. And I just feel so like, you know, it warms my cold dead heart because I'm not an emotionally kind of sappy person, as if you couldn't tell from the amount of sarcasm that comes through my mouth. But truly, I am have such an abundance of awesome people I've met through stitching, and I just can't believe it. Look at this. Oh my goodness. So I think that was everything that was in that amazing bag. So I cannot wait. I'm going to start stitching this hopefully today. Okay, so that was Stitchy Kindness, and I guess I should show you what I've been stitching on. The first, I had shown you this a little bit last week. This is by Mama Witch X Stitch, Dance 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 is what it's called, and it's a frog and a pumpkin lady dancing out in the woods. I worked on this some more. This is such an enjoyable stitch, and I have just fallen in love with this artist's charts. Now they're a little fussy, you know, like this ladybug has like 2 shades of red, and you can't really even tell. That radish has like 3 shades, but it's just, oh my God, it's worth it. It's totally worth every bit of fiddliness. So I think I just kind of had the tip of the nose of the frog when I showed this to you last time. I did this floating radish. Like, why a floating radish in the middle of this? I have no idea, but I'm here for it. I'm truly here for it. I continued the vines up a little bit more. I did the radish and I did more in the frog. So that's what I got done this week. And there's a sale for this hosted by Lollipop Stitches on Instagram called hashtag Dance Dance Frog Sale. So everybody should jump on there if you are stitching this piece and share all your progress. This is stitched with the called for DMC on I used 18 Count Midnight Ride by X-Jew, and I just love this fabric with this piece. I just picture the two of them dancing in the middle of the night out in the woods, and I love that piece. So that's that one. And then I did have a new start. I was watching Carla Rolodex Stitches, her latest FlossTube, and she was pulling out some charts that she had purchased recently on a Stitchy trip, and she showed this chart, and I immediately paused it and said, I have that chart too, we need to sell it together. And I think that why it stood out so much is because this is not a chart that would typically be the aesthetic that either one of us stitch. This is the chart I'm talking about, Good Intentions by Kathy Barrick. It's way too prim for my jam typically, but the saying or the sentiment is what got me. And the same thing with her. It says, I myself am made entirely of flaws stitched together with good intentions. I mean, that could not be truer for me. I am a very flawed person, but I mean well. So we decided we were gonna stitch this. A couple people jumped in, and we have a hashtag. It's hashtag hot messes with good intentions, Sal. I'll put it down in the little drop down menu thingy. But this is, and so all of us are doing it with our own color conversion. I don't think any of us are stitching it as the chart calls for. This is 18 Count Jody from Steel City Stitchers. Now I moved it way too far over here because this fabric was just kind of cutting it tight. So, but I think I'm over further than I need to be, but whatever. Hence the hot mess in the hot mess sale. I have a Tina Belcher needle minder because she is pretty much the tween of hot messes. And so this is as far as I've gotten. It's very fun to stitch. The font I love. And then I'll show you the colors I grabbed for my palette, shall we say. And I will try to be a fancy lady, but it's just not possible. I think these are the colors that I grabbed. These are the colors. I can't do the fancy Vanna White hand modeling, but those are the colors I grabbed. They're all fancy flosses that I had in my stash and I just picked from. So that's that. Hashtag hot messes with good intentions. So my plans for this week, I have I'm super pumped about stitching. I have all these hashtags and I've started all these things and I just want to lock myself in a room and stitch. I don't really know if life is gonna let that happen, but that's what I want to do. So my plan is to work through all these stitch alongs I'm doing. So I want to work on the round robin with I Wish You Lived Next Door with Genevieve and Susie, the Dance Dance Frog Sal, the hot messes with good intentions, and also the hashtag Halloween Virgin No More Sal, which was also inspired by Genevieve. I don't think I stitched on anything since the last time I showed it. I might have got a little bit more on the owl done. But this is the chart for that. And this was inspired because Genevieve, this episode is sponsored by Genevieve and Susie. We should have a drinking game every time I say one of their names. had never stitched Halloween. She does mainly like all these like super intense, epic full coverage pieces. So she doesn't do a lot of this, you know, smaller kind of stuff. And she never stitched Halloween. So Susan and I, you know, kind of twisted her arm and had her pick something, and so this is what we're doing. So if you love Halloween and would like to stitch it with us, or if you've never stitched Halloween and just want to stitch something Halloweeny with us, the hashtag for that is hashtag Halloween Virgin No More Sal. Again, I'll put all this stuff in the drop down. So my plan is just to work my sals. I got sals out the wazoo, and I'm super excited about all of them. And hopefully just shipping orders out as they come in. So thank you so much for watching this. I feel like I've been talking really fast and rambling more than normal, so I apologize if that's the case. But thank you so much for everybody, and Alba says goodbye to the peoples. Bye, peoples. Thanks again. I'll see you in a week or so. Bye.